I'm gonna be totally honest here now. And what's one thing you miss pre-baby?
Has being parents to twins been as hard as you anticipated?
It's definitely affected our relationship, I would say. I absolutely hate you now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it feels weird. I can't see.
Why not?
Did you have a nice nap? You cheeky boy!
What is up everyone, welcome back to our channel. We've got a different type of video today. We are going to sit down and answer loads of questions because we haven't done a Q&A for ages, have we? But this isn't your average Q&A. This is like a vlog and a Q&A built into one. We kind of go about our day and answer loads of questions, so let us know what you think. There's obviously a lot to update you on, and as always, we're always really honest in these videos, so it gives you a good representation of how we're actually doing. Ellen hasn't grown 3 foot since the last video. She stood on the fireplace because this is a problem we have regularly.
Fab always moans that I'm too short, so...
You are too short. Grab yourself a beverage, cold or hot, have a sit down and enjoy this video. If you like this type of thing, let us know down in the comments.
And if you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe. It literally takes 2 minutes to make a YouTube account, and then
put the bell on too.
Hit subscribe and turn the bell on.
Oh, and stay tuned because there's a hilarious moment that we caught on camera here, which yeah, it's amazing, you'll see.
How do you survive the newborn phase?
How do you survive the newborn phase?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Do you know what? I'm going to be totally honest here now, and I'm hoping that I'm not the only one to say
sure
this.
You won't be. What?
But I really haven't enjoyed the newborn phase. In fact, I have found it extremely challenging.
Yeah, I think you got to be honest. Like now, this last month has been the best month.
Yeah, the last like couple of weeks have been really nice, haven't they?
But we had lots of issues with these boys, like their cow's milk protein allergy, like their colic, that were making them really upset, which was making us upset. So it was really hard to enjoy it because they would cry all the time in the day.
Yeah.
And that's not us being like negative, that is just how it is. And I've actually spoken to people and they've said the same thing. The newborn phase, they really struggle with.
Yeah, so I think online the newborn stage is made out to be like this magical stage where we went into it very naively, didn't we?
Yeah, you're right though. It is made out to be magical, and for a lot of people it isn't. Like it is very, very tough.
Yeah,
very
like
tough,
you've got a
especially
baby who is adjusting to being outside of the womb, so they're going through an awful lot. You're trying to keep on top of everything else as well. It is really hard.
It's just a huge adjustment that you can't prepare for really.
No, you can't.
And you're right. We were totally naive in thinking. Like I honestly thought it can't be that hard.
Yeah.
But it's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, no, it is. But
but it's the best thing. Well, now that they're smiley and all happy.
Yeah,
and...
exactly. I think I've spoken to a few other people, like mums, and they said that as soon as their baby reached like 12 weeks, things got so much easier.
Yeah, when they start giving you something back, isn't it? And you know
when
that
they
love you.
can be a little bit more like independent, especially with twins. Like when you're on your own with twins, they need you both. They both need you. It's hard.
Yeah.
But the ways to survive the newborn phase.
I would say definitely you need the support from your partner.
Yeah, you need to work together. Just go at your own pace with everything. Like a lot of people said to us, like sleep when the baby sleeps, but for us it just wasn't feasible to try and sleep when they slept. No. And I think as soon as we found out our own little routine, that was the best thing, wasn't it? Another tip I would give is to get outside as much as you possibly can. I know it's really nerve-wracking to be wanting to go outside. Yes. When we first had the boys, Fab, you were very nervous about going outside with them, weren't you? But I was kind of really pushy as to like, right, no, we're going out, we're going and doing this today, we're going for a 10-minute walk down the road. And it does you really good as well. Like it just helps you to have a little bit of like a reset.
And if you start it early on, then it means when as the babies grow up, you can take them. Like we can take these boys anywhere now, and they'll be the same as what they are at home. Like granted, they are grouchy sometimes, but they're no different to what they would be here.
Be at home. In fact, they're better out of the house
they love
than they are
looking
inside
around.
the
Like
house.
we'll go to a cafe, won't we?
Yeah.
And they'll be like looking around everywhere and stuff. They love it.
And another tip as well is in the evening, your baby will probably most definitely have a really grouchy couple of hours. It's called a witching hour. Just do what you can. We've put Dancing Vegetables on the telly as like a just sit and watch that
they get
for a
5
minute.
minutes of the evening.
Yeah, because they do get themselves so wound up in the evening. It's a known thing that babies do. It's not just your baby who's doing it.
No, we didn't realise that for a while,
baby.
did we? But the newborn stage is tough. But
it is tough, but it does get better and it does get easier.
And it goes by in a flash.
Time for another question. We've got little Ari joining us here. He's watching his podcast on the TV because we tried to turn it off and he got miserable.
It's a bit grouchy and Noah's playing on his playmat here, sucking his thumb.
Right, ready?
Yeah. Has being parents to twins been as hard as you anticipated? Harder.
It's been a lot harder, yeah.
Because we didn't know what to expect. We hadn't had one baby, let alone two.
Two, yeah.
I thought, how hard can it be? You know, they're going to be the same. They're going to do the same thing.
Do you know the thing that, like, kind of, smacked me in the face a little bit was how different they are.
Yeah.
They are completely different babies. Like, just for example, this morning, Noah has been sat underneath his playpen, which is here, his jungle gym, which is here, playing for 45 minutes. Ari will go under there for about 5 minutes and then just want to be held.
Yeah.
And want to be cuddled.
You'd think because they're identical twins, like I thought, are they going to do everything? They're going to sleep the same.
Yeah.
That's not the case. Like they do, they're in sync. Like for most of the time now that we've got them in a routine. But the first, you know, up until this point, they weren't in sync.
No.
You have to. I feel like maybe other babies are different, but ours definitely weren't in sync.
No, they're not in sync. And like Fab said, we've only just started getting them into a routine of sleeping together and having set nap times, because before it would be that one twin would sleep and then the other one would be awake and then they would swap over, so you didn't actually get 5 minutes to yourself. It was just constant like switching over, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then that's when the stress builds up then, because you can't you don't have a reset. You don't have any reset.
Yeah.
But now, like, they're a lot more they're getting more independent, so you can leave them to play.
And from speaking to like other twin mums who have got older twins, they say that the younger age, like this age now, is the hardest bit. But then when they get older and they can start entertaining each other and playing with each other, it's a lot easier. The
sacrifice that you make now is going to be so worth it for these guys, because they're always going to have each other.
Always, and that makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually
I can't imagine any other way now
that we've had twins.
Yeah.
Like I'm.
Because we might not, like, if anyone knows the struggles that we went through, we might not be able to have another baby.
No, exactly. So we have two.
This was definitely like the universe or some higher power blessing us with two.
Yeah.
But for I know there's a lot of people who are actually expecting twins who watch us.
Yeah.
It is hard, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it is amazing, and like...
Yeah, and what we put online is very much a true reality of what it's like having two babies. So a lot of what we post on our Instagram and on here,
we try to be as honest as possible.
Is the reality, and I know some people will view that as, oh, your babies just cry all the time, or...
Well, we get some comments like, do you realise how much you say your babies are great? But that's just on it, we're just being honest.
That is what having a baby is like, and I don't want to sugarcoat things and lead people into a false sense of security about having a baby when it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
No, but you just crack on with it, you adapt.
You do, and there are more happy times than sad times.
100%.
Aren't there?
Yeah.
He's quite good.
No?
Both babies are asleep, so I thought I would answer another question while I just do my makeup. If you can hear the music, that's from their swinging chairs. It's helping them to sleep.
It's really relaxing.
It is actually really relaxing. It makes us want to go to sleep, doesn't it? I've landed on one of the most popular questions. Can you guess what it is?
What, are we having another baby?
Yeah. Do you think you'll have any more children? Fab is here. He's just...
I'm editing.
Hello. Right. Do you think you'll have any more children? You make amazing parents.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
We do really want to have more children. Obviously,
what?
We know that might not be the case.
Oh, right. Yeah. We did have fertility problems.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now that we know that it's possible.
Yeah. We do really want to have more children. I mean, I'm not saying that we're going to have more children
anytime
in the
soon.
near future.
No.
But when these guys are a bit older, and probably when they're like going to school.
Yeah. We'd love to get them a little sister, but if we had a boy, I mean, that would be just as fun.
You can't say.
Why not?
Yeah, well.
Why? I would love to have a girl. 3 was the number that we said.
Yeah.
Imagine if we have twins again.
And we have twins again, we've done it before.
Yeah, we're prepared now.
I think next time around we'll be a lot more relaxed, won't we?
100%, yeah. Like even we were just talking about with these guys, we used to wake them up for feeds. We would set alarms and wake up.
No, I mean trying to conceive.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be a lot more relaxed because we've got 2.
Yeah, we will, baby.
Oh no. This is not a sight you want to see. Is he got his eyes closed? Oh, he's gone back to sleep. So I'm going to finish getting myself ready, doing my makeup. I've got some washing to put away and hopefully I can do that while these guys are napping. Because have you seen how much washing we've got to do?
Oh, I don't even want to look out.
Oh, just a bit of a disaster really. Our washing machine broke earlier on in the week and our washing was so bad. So we've just been playing catch up all week now.
They've had a great nap on that one and they're both really happy.
Hi.
I've been waiting so long to get them in these outfits. I bought them a Thrasher baby grow and a Vans hat and some Vans, where are the socks? And some Vans socks. So boys, are you ready for your first skate outfit? The first of many? Don't smack your brother in the face. By the way, we're using, we love this stuff, don't we, El? Child's Farm moisturiser. The boys have got a bit of eczema, we think, so.
Say it again.
Eczema.
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 Not eczema.
Eczema. So we're putting this on them every day, twice a day.
Look at this outfit. You look cute. They did have black leggings, but they're in the wash.
He's looking more like a little boy every day.
I've just been on a dummy hunt and found all of the dummies that were underneath the bed that are now sterilising. The thing is, in the night, they just fall and then just go under the bed. It's like they get little legs and just run under there. Anyway, what's one thing you miss pre-babies?
Just being able to go and do stuff without having to plan.
Yeah, I really miss being able to go to the gym and not having to rush through my workouts.
But the garage gym, once that's done, we'll be fine. There was one, how old are you? 26 and 27.
That's nearly 27.
My birthday in March.
It's like 14 days.
Oh yeah, it's not long.
Not long at all. Do you ever wish you never moved into your new build? No.
What, our old house?
Yeah, I loved that house.
Do we ever wish we didn't move?
Like get our old house.
Oh no, I loved that house.
Yeah, we were actually really fond of that house and we really miss it. Have you picked your first dance song? Yes, we have, and we have never heard anyone else have this song. Does Ellen miss teaching? Yes. That's probably another thing that I really miss as well. I really miss my job and my routine of work.
Do you?
Yeah, I really, really do. House saving tips and tricks? Don't have a social life.
Yeah.
It's really hard, and the only way you're going to save money is by making sacrifices, unfortunately.
Get on a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
We have a spreadsheet, don't we?
Yeah, we do actually. That's the way we budget a lot of our money and we save money, is by having an Excel of all of our spendings, and we have a limit of how much we can spend each month. Random question, will you always dress the boys in matching outfits? I get asked this all the time, do you?
Yeah.
The answer is we'll dress them in matching outfits for as long as we can. Until they say that they don't want to match anymore, and then that's absolutely fine. But while they're babies and while we can get away with it.
And they're not actually always in matching outfits.
No, they're not, because one of them always has a poo explosion or vomits all over themselves. So.
But until he's just been staring at you there swearing it. Until they say otherwise, everyone's like, oh, you should give your baby a choice. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're like, they don't know what's going on.
If you have twins, like, you go through an awful lot to have twins, like,
well, as soon
mentally,
as they know,
physically. If I want to dress my babies in the same,
there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like people just pick problems with everything.
Yeah. Anything you've purchased but regret for the boys?
For the boys, not really.
Do you know what I regret buying? I regret buying so many clothes when they were tiny. But we were, obviously, it's different for us because our babies weren't as small as I thought they were going to be. So they grew out with all of their tiny baby clothes so quickly.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
For me. Like nothing. We sold that swingy chair, but that was just trial and error.
We got the Four Mums Mummaroo chair, but they didn't like it. They preferred the Joey swing and swivel chair. But that's just their preference, that's just what they like. We'll do one more question.
One more here, and then we're going to meet our friends for lunch.
Okay, so on the flip side of that, what's one thing... In fact, do you know what, guys? I was actually going to film this today. I'm making a TikTok of all of the
newborn
essentials and things that I would recommend buying on TikTok. So if you don't follow us on TikTok, it is just fab&ell on TikTok as well, but I'll be making a whole TikTok on it because it's easier, I think, to go through it on TikTok.
Yeah, it'd take ages doing it on there.
Yeah. Battery's about to die, so
Should we go and get ready to get out?
Yeah, we are going to meet our friends now. In fact, I think we're meeting
them first.
We're meeting here, and then we're going into town.
Multitasking, it's fine. Sniffing the air. With Eddie and Greg. Me and Ellen are very rusty with public vlogging, aren't we? I was just saying to Greg how awkward it is when you're in your hometown vlogging. But we've just ordered food, we come for lunch, and we were all just staring at the menus, weren't we, for like 10 minutes, just not knowing what to order. Yeah, you're always quick with ordering.
Put us all under pressure.
She did.
Yeah, I know, because I just thought it was him, and then I realised nobody knew. I was like, oh no, he can decide under pressure, and then you all like... No, I think it's the only way to be sometimes though, like I just have to do it.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Otherwise you sat here for ages, aren't you? Ari's decided he wants to join the party.
Yeah, he's not letting me put him down today.
It's Ellie's first time meeting the boys and Greg. And Ari's mesmerised with Greg.
He loves.
I like it
Do
when
you like them?
he does like a little wink. Always, doesn't he?
He's winking at you.
He does.
I do.
Waving at them. It's your old age.
We might have to peer pressure Greg into holding one.
I think they were a bit like when they're this big, because they're not so frail anymore, are they?
Yeah.
I know, I said that to you. I don't think
They're a bit more like
you
robust.
definitely wouldn't have coped like a few months ago.
You having a ham sandwich? I got an iced coffee because this weather is a bit deceiving, but it's freezing. So there you go. Can you hold that, please?
No way.
It's not like you got your hands full or anything.
Right, we're back home now. Ellie and Greg are just having a house tour by Fab upstairs, and I am just winding. Whoa! And I'm just winding Mr. Ari James. Oh, there we go. Right on cue, mate. Good job. I think once Fab's done, we're going to sit down and answer a few more questions. But I just wanted to come on here and ask you, who do you think the boys look more alike? Do you think they look like me? Or do you think they look like Fab? Look like Mummy? Or do you look like Daddy? Because some people say that Noah looks more like Fab and Ari looks more like me, but obviously they're identical. Bobby Boo. Right. Oh my goodness. Really?
What's the matter?
I was just filming and Ari's just had a poo explosion. That is now been sorted out. And he's feeling much better for it. I'm basically just going to set this camera up because I'm going to put the boys on to do tummy time. But I really want to capture Ari rolling. I think I said earlier briefly that Ari can roll now, but Noah is nowhere near. Which is fine, they're not going to do things at the same time. But I really want to capture it on camera.
Greg have gone home now. It was lovely to see them, wasn't it? It's been ages. The last time we saw them, you were heavily pregnant.
Yeah, so they actually haven't seen me without a bump.
No.
They've never seen me without a bump before, so that must be really weird.
Really weird, yeah. I'm just going to put this up a little bit because my head's cut off. The problems of having a tall and a short in a relationship. They brought us some chocolates and flowers. That was lovely. I didn't realise that.
Tulips.
Tulips, your favourite.
Well, lilies are my favourite, but tulips are a very close second.
They also have their own YouTube channel, so we'll link that in the description.
Yeah, it's Ellie Bennett.
Ellie Bennett, we'll link it. Go and subscribe to them because they make videos similar to ours, without the twins, but house renovation stuff.
Yeah.
One of the questions I saw was actually, have you made friends through social media?
Yeah.
And those guys we met through Instagram, YouTube. You used to watch Ellie's videos, didn't you?
Yeah.
And they lived same area as us at the time. So we met up with them and got on with them really well. That's the positive side of social media, is you can meet like-minded people.
Yeah, like the same people.
And they're like really good friends of ours now.
I've met quite a few like people through social media.
Yeah, it's good because you can find people who like the same stuff as you. By the way, I hope you're enjoying this bit more of a vloggy Q&A instead of us just being sat down. I feel like it's a bit boring if you just sit down in the same spot.
Yeah, you do. I don't.
Other people don't probably, but that annoys me.
Do you think having twins has affected your relationship with each other at all? And if so, in what way? Like, do you still make sure you are spending quality time together?
It's definitely affected our relationship, I would say. I absolutely hate you now. No, I'm joking. No, I feel like it's come in peaks and flows. Like, we've always been good at supporting each other.
Do you know, the first part, when they first born, I got really upset because it's really hard to go from the transition of having your partner's attention all the time
to
having hardly any attention. Like, I'm a very affectionate person. Like, I love being touched and cuddled and kissed and spoken to, and when we obviously first had them, it was solely all about them. So I felt like I really missed like our relationship before, because we were hardly even having time to even like cuddle each other, were we really? It was just like,
and you could go a whole day without actually having a conversation about anything apart from babies.
Yeah. So that really, it did affect us to start with.
And that actually made me really upset when you said that, because I thought, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we've been good at supporting each other, but also we have argued more than ever. But I feel like that is mainly down to being sleep deprived.
Hormonal.
It's the change.
Stress.
Like you said, your relationship changes from just you to being mum and dad.
Yeah.
And that is tough. Oh my word. I think we're good at talking to each other, and we're a good team.
It's best if you're ever feeling like that in a relationship. I think the best thing you could do is chat to each other, because as soon as we spoke about that, it resolved, didn't it?
Yeah. We have Fridays where my mum will come over, and that is kind of our time to go to the gym, or sometimes we'll go for a meal, won't we, or something, and we try and keep that. It doesn't happen every week, but we try and
have some time together.
And we go for walks together when I'm working from home. Like, we try and make time to spend with each other.
There's a lot about me and how I've managed going back to the gym after having the boys. So there's a few questions asking when I went back to the gym after having the boys. I went back to the gym 6 weeks after having the boys. I went to my 6-week check at the doctors and got the okay from them. And then went back in the gym and just took things really, really easy. The only thing that's changed in the gym is my strength. I've noticed that I'm a lot weaker than I used to be. I used to be able to lift quite heavy weights, and lifting heavy was my motivation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So now it's kind of hard to stay motivated when I'm not lifting as heavy.
It's that typical thing of comparing yourself to your old. You
almost
have to forget how you were and relearn everything.
Yeah,
don't you?
I'm trying to think of it as like I've never been to the gym before and I'm starting fresh now, rather than I could lift 110 kilos back then.
Yeah.
And now I can't.
And I'm sure like eventually you'll get back there.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you don't. But I know you, and I know you're determined.
I'm so determined.
But
training after having a C-section, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. But it was one thing that I worried about. There was another one as well about how recovery was after my C-section, and I think I can speak for a lot of people here. The recovery after having a C-section is nowhere near as bad as what I thought it would be. That's not the same as people who have had an emergency C-section, because I know that that's a completely different kettle of fish. Sometimes can cause a lot more trauma having an emergency C-section, but after having my elected C-section, the recovery, what would you say, 3 days and I was back on my feet? 3
4
days.
Back on your feet, yeah.
Back on my feet.
Yeah, 3 4 days.
There's such a stigma about a C-section recovery being really bad, but for some people, in fact, do you know what? Everybody who I've spoken to so far who's had an elected C-section has said that the recovery hasn't been as bad as what they thought it was going to be.
I guess it depends on the surgeons that do it, surely.
I think it depends on age, it depends on...
Yeah, there's loads of variables.
Yeah, it depends on how fit you were, how, you know. But what I'm saying is it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. Like, you think of having major abdominal surgery as you won't be able to get out of bed for 2 weeks, but everybody who I've spoken to and you know, there's a lot of people on here who have shared their experiences too, said that they didn't think it was as bad as they thought either. The only thing that's bad is the injections in the tummy.
Yeah, post
operation, and the amount of blood that I lost. But that was.
And you've got a thing about not touching or seeing your scar.
Oh yeah, I can't touch my scar, and I can't let Fab touch it either. It feels weird.
Have you been able to sleep through the night?
No.
No, not yet.
That's really normal though, I think.
That's normal, yeah. Like if your baby's sleeping through the night, then good for you. I'm jealous. But they're really good actually.
They are really good. Hats off to them. They're having a bit of a funny bit at the moment, aren't they?
Still though, way
it's
better.
not as bad as.
Are you planning on having any more children? We've said that, yes. And what sort of rules are you planning to enforce with the boys as they get older? Take that as what qualities
would you like them to have? Yeah.
I want them from you. Should we say like from each other what we'd like them to have? From you, I'd like them to have like the determination and like smile at me. The determination and like the take no shit attitude.
Yeah.
And
like the setting boundaries, you mean?
Yeah,
like
and
having
the setting boundaries and the loyalty.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you cheeky boy. Because what about you?
I want them to have your calmness and kindness, and I also want them to have your funny humour.
Yeah, well, they've already got
funny
that.
sense of humour.
Haven't you? You've already got the sense of humour. Ooh.
But in terms of rules,
just be kind, be good humans.
Yeah.
Don't take shit from people.
Yeah.
And put kindness into the world, because I feel like there's a lot of horrible people. And being a nice person.
Put kindness into the world, but don't be walked all over.
Yes.
Know when it's right to take a step back and say enough's enough.
Yeah, innit boys? And also learn how to kickflip pretty quick. Yeah? Do you ever get really stressed being new parents? If so, what do you do in that situation? Am I not giving you enough attention? I'm so happy.
It's like, I'm in mum's arms now.
If so, what do you do in that situation? How do you manage stress? You're doing amazing. Thank you very much. Yes, we do. Like, we do have moments where we are extremely stressed.
Yeah, and do you know what it is? It's when you're really tired, they've been screaming, or something's not going right, and you just can't.
It's when you can't figure out what is going wrong.
Yeah. But in that situation, me and Fab have got a rule where it's you put the baby down, you take yourself out of the room, you put the baby down safely, you leave the room, you take a breath, and then when you're ready, you re-enter the room. Because our view on it is, if you're not, the baby's not going to die from crying.
No, but if you get angry and like hurt the baby.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't think we would ever do this. I really don't. But you hear horror stories of people just flipping out because they've had enough, or you know, they can't take it anymore, and the worst thing ever can happen.
Oh, you fed her. Right, give us
Right, I'm going to answer this one. Did you have high levels of anxiety at the beginning of pregnancy?
Yes.
So somebody said.
Oh. They're in their rocking chairs now, and they keep going L with their dummies.
So someone said, did you have high levels of anxiety at the beginning of your pregnancy? I'm worried about the nerves. Do you know what? We did, didn't we?
Yes, but what I would say is, I don't want to scare people. Like, you might be different to us, but in our experience, yes, especially me. And that's normal, I think. It's to be expected. You've got this tiny little thing that you've never had to look after before. Oh. No. Pregnancy?
Yeah.
Why am I answering it then?
Pregnant, I don't know. You just go to the lead. Yes, I did. And you did. We'd obviously gone through everything, and then we'd finally got pregnant. But my view on it was, and I don't know if I was giving myself a little bit of tough love here, was that the more I stress, the more likely something bad is to go wrong, because you're putting your body through stress, and stress is never good for your body.
No.
So that's how I used to calm myself down, because I used to think, right, there's no point in stressing, because if I stress, you're more likely to have problems and for something to go wrong. However,
don't Google stuff.
oh gosh, no, yeah,
Don't Google stuff. Just try and
Take
join
your
groups,
vitamins.
mum groups.
Yeah.
Would you say, and
Yeah.
talk to people who are pregnant.
Yeah, and have positive thoughts. I do truly believe that positive thoughts equate to positive.
Fab, you're such a spunk. What does that mean?
What's a spunk?
Spunk.
What's a spunk?
Is that an American thing? Spunk. That means.
There's a lot on the wedding. How's the wedding planning going? When are you getting married?
Yes.
We have bought our wedding rings.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have booked.
the food.
No, we've booked the DJ.
DJ.
Still not
Still
got my
not got
bouquet.
Bouquet sorted.
Of flowers sorted
No.
because
Well, I thought you were just gonna have some dandelions from
everywhere
outside.
where we live seems to be
just.
booked up, so I could be getting married with no flowers.
There's a nice fern out there.
I know, I'll take one
Get a
of
bit
the
of that.
palm trees.
Yeah. Couple of daisies.
Yeah. You've bought your suit.
Do you miss your old life since becoming parents? You miss aspects of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think, oh, I wish I could go back to my old life because this is life now.
Being able to go to like
Independence.
the shop
Is
without having to
is
put
that
them
right
in the
word?
car.
Independence?
Yeah.
Like you free time. Like
Yeah. And I miss being able to like just go out without anxieties.
Yeah.
Because now, like, when you go out, you've got to, like, hope that they're going to behave when you go out, especially on your own.
What's your favourite thing to do with the boys? Cuddle. But they don't really like doing
They
that.
don't
for
like
very long.
cuddling much.
Every now and then they're getting more cuddly.
Do you know what? Our babies are... they're very independent babies, aren't they?
Yeah,
like in
they
this...
don't. They just like doing their own thing.
Sometimes they have days...
We're upstairs now. We're about to give the boys their omeprazole and give them a bath. The silk sheets have arrived. I don't know if we spoke about these, but they get bald patches on the back of their head because they rub their head on the cot. Completely normal, but we're trying to counteract it. Their head goes up here, and the idea is it stops them from being baldies then. Was it 24 quid, Al?
25. from
25.
Amazon. And it was the cheapest one that I could find.
We'll link it below if anyone wants to try it, and we'll keep you updated. It's bath time now for these boys. We're going to get them undressed. And then it's time for Jake Paul versus Tommy is on tonight, so I'm going to get that. Watch that. Are you going to watch it with me, Al? Or not?
I don't know.
It's on at 10, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's...
Right, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the like button.
Yes, and comment down below, let us know, like we said, do you enjoy these types of videos or do you prefer the vlogs? We always appreciate your support and we will see you next week.
Bye!